of me. When I'm awake, I'm all blind. You and your magic, like infinite power. God knows I try to resist, but you're pulling me closer. Oh, I gotta stay away, but you won't let me. No one makes me feel like you do, and no one sets my body on fire, and no one gives me shivers like you. Oh, no one does it better.
We were floating down the river in your red canoe. You were laughing at my stories, oh, back from my youth. Yeah, and I remember thinking to myself that you were the one. Oh, oh, you were stunning, you were lovely, yeah, you were fun. But there was no one else I wanted to see. There was nothing else I wanted to do. There was nowhere else I wanted to be than floating down that stream with you. Oh, that one time on the West Coast in the dead of night, we were watching cruise ships gently pass us by. Oh, and I remember gazing at your face in the starry light. Oh, oh, thinking life don't get much better than a night like tonight. 'Cause there was no one else I wanted to see. There was nothing else I wanted to do. There was nowhere else I wanted to be than sitting oceanside with you. Yeah, there's nothing, nowhere, no one. Yeah, there's nothing, nowhere, no one. Oh, there's nothing, nowhere, no one. Yeah, there's nothing, nowhere, no one that I'd rather be with than you, my love. 'Cause there is no one else I want to see. There is nothing else I want to do. There is nowhere else I want to be than with my arms wrapped tight around you.
One day in, one day out, on top then you're down. The highs and the lows keep swirling. Walk these streets like you're beat, then rise up to meet the break that you need. It's coming, just hold on. Hold on, yeah. Lift your eyes off the ground, you've only begun. Rising up through the clouds, no, never give up. Climb on, climb. New York back to LA, it's so hard to stay and rest in one place. Yeah, but I see what you don't, will where you won't, so don't dare let go. Just hold on. Hold on, yeah. Lift your eyes off the ground, you only begun. Rising up through the clouds, no, never give up. Climb on, climb. You're comparing yourself, it's like a kiss of death. Instead of doing what you're doing, you get caught up in your head. Feet on the road with your eyes on the prize, inch by inch, one step at a time. You're losing hope when you can't find a way to speed up the timeline. But one day, though it might be a while, it's gonna be worth every mile if you just hold on. Hold on. Hold on, just hold on, yeah. Lift your eyes off the ground, you've only begun. Rising up through the clouds, no, never give up. Climb on, climb. Lift your eyes off the ground, you've only begun. Rising up through the clouds, no, never give up. Climb on, climb on. My heart stop beating like it used to. Used to be so numb, but now I'm next to you. You got me feeling some type of way. Was never alone, but always felt so lonely. Was surrounded by, but I was so lonely. But when I met you, my heart turned from stone to gold. And when I'm with you, this feeling I can't control. I never wanna lose this feeling. I'd do anything tonight to lose you. Yeah, I'd do anything. Yeah, I'd do anything. Baby, I'd do anything for you. Do anything for you. changing from soon to cold. And when I'm with you, this feeling I can't control. Yeah, I never wanna lose this feeling. I'd do anything tonight to lose you. Yeah, I'd do anything. Yeah, I'd do anything. Yeah, baby, I would do anything for you.
I met you in the morning, summertime. The skies were warm and golden, mid-July. I dove into the blue in your eyes. I'm holding on to you, yeah. All of the nights in my room were lonely, and all that I wanted was you to hold me. I lay here and talk to the moon. She told me I should never let you go. Close your eyes, stay the night. I keep falling by your side. Watch the tides hold me, darling. All that I wanted was you. I know that you're feeling it too. Close your eyes, stay the night. Hold me, darling. Hold me, darling. Hold me, darling. You took me to the ocean, 2 a.m. The air was cool and golden in the end. I'll hold on to the sweatshirt that you left. I'm holding on to you, yeah. All of the nights in my room were lonely, and all that I wanted was you to hold me. I lay here and talk to the moon. She told me I should never let you go. Close your eyes, stay the night. I keep falling by your side. Watch the tides hold me, darling. All that I wanted was you. I know that you're feeling it too. Close your eyes, stay the night. Hold me, darling. Hold me, darling. Hold me, darling. Close your eyes, stay the night. I keep falling by your side. Watch the tides hold me, darling. All that I wanted was you. I know that you're feeling it too. Close your eyes, stay the night. Hold me, darling.
The sun is out almost every day. My job is glorified child's play. Most parts are working in my brain. I can't complain. I can't complain. We can find some good in everyone. Some will make us smarter, some help us have fun. A few will do us harm, but be glad we're not numb.
deny all you want via text, no response. Are you still up? Still thinking of us? Can we make up? It's so hard to forget all the bad things that went on between us. Those times were better. You know we were better. I know that we're us, but all I want is you. Hanging on your front porch, arguing about who'll have two more. Let's take it back to you and I'm your scarlet letter, only one who knew you better. So let's take it back to you and back to you and Remember the night we snuck into the pool just to make out? Then we got kicked out. It was such a ride. And I gotta admit that the most fun I had was with you. I wanna do it again with you. Hanging on your front porch, arguing about who'll have two more. Let's take it back to you and I'm your scarlet letter, only one who knew you better. So let's take it back to you and back to you and hanging on your front porch, arguing about who'll have two more. Let's take it back to you and I'm your scarlet letter, only one who knew you better. So let's take it back to you and back to you and back to you and
Up here on top of the world, you see everything. Daytime a color swirl, not like a diamond ring. I got feelings in these bones, they know a trick or two. So put down your little phone, I'm calling out to you. Can't bring me down, can't bring me down, no, not today. Can't bring me down, everything's going my way. Yeah, it feels too good, like a picture perfect day. So bright, so righteous, hug your mama.
What's going on, everybody? What's happening? What's up, Jeremy and Kevin and Mariah? I see you, Sheldon. Hey, Laura, what's going on? I see you. Jerry Lynn and Jessica and Julia. What's going on, Doug? I see you, man. Hope you're doing great. Melanie's rocking it out today. Everybody, Norma, what's happening? Jessica. Maurizio Fernandez, good to see you, as always. It's good to see familiar faces, good to see some new faces here. Who's ready for some fun today? Raise your hand if you're ready for a little fun today. So, excited to have you here. You know, there's lots of fun things happening here at Mastermind. I'm going to be a little transparent. Then I'm going to talk to you about today's, let me just jump ahead, and then I want to share some updates. Let me jump ahead. Today I want to talk about how proximity is power. And if any of you know Tony Robbins, he's been saying those words for decades. Me too, Adam. And today I want to show you how, with all the changes that are going on in the world, that every one of you should consider doing, creating, or even attending an in-person event for more impact, for more income, for more success. Who's up for wanting to learn about attending, but more so creating an in-person event, whether it's 2, 20, or 200? And that's, I want you to, listen, in person. It could be virtual like this, where I feel like I'm in your living room. I see Diane hanging out with her hand on her chest. I get to see Dennis Stewart eating a little meal. How you doing, Dennis? Good to see you as always, man. You're always here playing full out. So I love this too, and we get to see where you are and all that. But I'm going to share today how I believe it should be on all your radar, because with the world getting so distracted, we all have this in front of us, 2 feet away. We have AI that's allowing us to go faster. We have online communities and groups, which is amazing. But sometimes, isn't it cool? Raise your hand if it's cool just to get together in a room with like-minded people where you don't feel crazy, where you can do breakthroughs, where you can get the work done, not just talk about it, not get sucked back in, just say, I'm here, I'm immersing myself, I can't go anywhere, right? I think that is going to have such a resurgence. What's the word of it? Just coming back so hard. I think it is going to be such a powerful thing for the next 5 to 10 years that today I want to just plant the seed on why all of you should consider doing a little retreat, a little in-person workshop, or a big one. And if you can't do in person, then you can use the same format that I want to share today to do a virtual one. And if you want to do your first one for free, you can. But I'm telling you, it might be the fastest way to impact. It might be the fastest way to income, and it might be the fastest way from you to go from dabbling to doing. So you guys up for that today? All right, so sometimes I love, if you talk about the theme of thank you, Deborah. If you talk about the theme of what this inner circle's been for a decade or more, is I always want to talk about mindset, marketing, and momentum, right? Today, this would fall under momentum. Sometimes we can get bogged down, and I know this to be true. I want to tell you, we're working really hard at Mastermind to do a couple of things over the next 6 months. We want to take the complexity of technology and all the new things that we like to create for our students, but we want to get you, I heard somebody say a decade ago, I want to create simplicity on the other side of proximity, or on the other side of complexity. And that's what we're working really hard to do. Sometimes there's so much great technology we can use, but we don't need to use it to get our first sale, our first 10 sales, to get to 100 grand a year. You might not even need to use hardly any technology. And that's kind of the frame I want to look at today. And it's some of the things we're working real hard to create at Mastermind. We want all the tools you need to be over kind of on the side when you need them. But we want you impacting lives. We want you making sales, getting checks, and getting paid to impact people's lives. Who's ready for that, right? Who's still excited about impacting lives and making money, getting paid to do it, right? Yeah, me too. Know what's cool about hanging out here with you guys today is this is my job. Like, I'm working this morning. I get to hang out with you awesome people and talk about really cool stuff. And that's the same industry we're both in. Right? I get to share things that hopefully just allow you to go faster because I've already messed them up and already failed, already had some success. And what is my job? To just show you patterns. Really, that's our job here, is these are the patterns that worked and these are the patterns that don't. So I'm really excited to be with you all today. When you think of being in a room with people, of course, we own mastermind.com. Mastermind, Napoleon Hill's first definition of a mastermind is 2 or more people in a room with the same desires and outcomes, and it creates a third mind smarter than you're both, right? That's such a cool definition of a mastermind, right? Darlene, right? Sometimes you're going through something and you get in a room with a smart friend and the 2 of you come up with something better, true? right? That's not to oversimplify it, but 2 minds are better than 1. And if you can have 5, 10, 15, that collective wisdom changes everything, especially when you get to impact and share. It's why we own Mastermind. It's why Tony and I think it's changed our lives more than any other one thing that we've ever done. So let's talk about the psychology of proximity and why I believe it may become the hottest delivery system, an opportunity for your growth. And like I said, in the next 5 years or so. And for those of you that battle a little ADD, I don't know if that's you, but maybe sometimes I'm like squirrel, especially in today's world. Like I'll work for a while and then I find myself picking up my phone or going to get a drink or doing something, right? And I think I'm just going to talk a little bit more about that psychology of it. As, again, AI and social media and the crazy news that's going on around the world and all this stuff is so distracting that sometimes when we're home, sometimes when we're trying to do it on our own, we get tripped up. I'm calling it ADD for me, right? A little distraction, a little shiny object, or God forbid, you're going down the AI rabbit hole, right? And you think you got some momentum, and then you hear about another tool and another thing and another prompt, and all of a sudden, Karen, I see you shaking your head. You're 2 miles away from where you started that day, and then you got to reel yourself back in and go, no. I just need to get my marketing done. Amy, I see it, right? We all do it. Guilty. So that's why I'm just anchoring in this psychology. That's why sometimes you can have all the tools you need, all the resources you need right at your fingertips, right? Look at Marco. Everybody's guilty. Carol, thank you. Yeah, me too. You can have it at your fingertips. Laura's pointing to herself, right? We all are. And I think it's only going to get worse with all these shiny objects. So that's why I believe, once again, that coming back to proximity, coming back to being in person or on a Zoom for a day, a 2-day, a 3-day, whatever it is, that we're saying, we're not leaving till we get this done. Right? We're going to go faster. No more to-do lists. Sometimes you get off a call, a training, and you go, oh, more stuff I got to do. I want you to think of the lens, how do we create a to-done list? Like Julia Campagna, I hope I said your last name right? Julie, how cool would it be to say, I went and learned all this stuff from Julie, but no, I spent 2 days with her on Zoom or 2 days at this retreat, and we got this done. Like, I went there talking about it, I went there thinking about it, but we don't let you leave until you actually leave with the outcome. And that's why I think we're heading back to that. So did that make more sense? Understand the psychology of why it should be on everybody's list? And I want you to know something as we go through this. If you're already in the middle of creating a course or creating a coaching program, don't stop that. I'm going to say all that work, your coaching topics could be turned into a 1-day curriculum. Your modules of the course could be turned into a 2-day virtual workshop really easy. And Gigi can help you do that in seconds. So I'm kind of pre-framing because I don't want anybody going, hey, damn, I've been training on this. I'm in MBA or I'm doing this and I'm halfway through. Now you're going to tell me to go live. I'm not trying to cause more confusion. This is a cherry on the top. This is an enhancement. Any work that you've done can be easily converted to this, right? Listen, it's what we do. We have an event. I'll share more about it later. We have an event called Launch Lab. Anybody here ever been to our Launch Lab events at my Mastermind office? I see 2 people. I see you, Kevin. Kevin, I remember you seeing here. Joelle, what's going on? I see you, Tootie, right? We do the same thing. Like, we have amazing programs that we love. But sometimes you just need to be in the other room here and say, hey, guys, we're not leaving until this is done. We're going to film some videos in the office here. We're going to get you to shoot your sales video. We're going to get you to write your copy. We're going to get you to hit. Let's go live with your funnel right now. And even when you hear that, doesn't it make you like excited and uncomfortable at the same time? Well, that's the kind of thing that you have the opportunity to do with your clients. And I think today, no matter how you take this, thank you, Doug. No matter how you take this today, I think it's going to enhance what you're doing. Sometimes I get a little more tactical than others. Today's going to be as tactical. Maybe it's going to be more strategic, right? We only have an hour together. But I'm going to be as strategic as possible and plant the seed of you doing an in-person or virtual workshop, retreat, mastermind, get together, whatever you want to do. I just want you to remember one more thing. Today we got about an hour together, and what you do today is fantastic. Immerse. I see everybody's got their eyes. Janet, I see eyes front and center, taking notes. Awesome, right? But what really will dictate the success or not is what you do after this. That's why I love having you all a part of the Mastermind family. I love that you show up for these events. It's why I go live every single Monday. I'm just trying to nudge you to keep moving forward, right? That I will persist until I succeed. You fail, you get back up. Didn't go right, get back up. Just keep moving forward. So before we move any further on this presentation, who's ready to persist until you succeed? Kind of re-anchor that in, to think about it, feel it, do it. I know sometimes you get off, sometimes you get overwhelmed. I get it. So I hope I'm going to reduce overwhelm today. You know, I got to tell you, if I think back on in-person events and being in proximity, I can think of so many memorable breakthroughs and things I wasn't expecting. Sometimes the greatest thing about an event you go to or people come to you, again, could be online, could be virtual like this, or in person, is I think we all show up with what we know we want, and a lot of times we leave with what we need. Anybody ever show up to an event, one of Tony and I's event or another event you went to, thinking you know why you're going, and then you leave going, oh my gosh, I didn't know I needed that. I went to Date with Destiny because I was going through a huge transition in my life and business and life and relationships. And Tony's like, just come to Date with Destiny. I know we talk every day, but you got to go again. I went many, many moons ago. And this is about 12 years ago. So I go to Date with Destiny and I play all in. And I'm there thinking I'm going to take my business to the next level and change and relationship to the next level. And I just happen, a girl stands up and talks about her relationship with her dad and how rough he was on her and how mean he was. And Tony, being Tony, did so well. You know, in this proximity, I'm watching this interaction, and she tells never said he loved her and was mean to her and all that. And then Tony proceeds to say to her, well, so is that how you are with your husband? No, I love my husband. We have the best connection. Oh, you don't tell your kids I love them. That's my boys right there. I tell them I love them every day. You didn't do well success financially. She's like, no, I have my own business. I'm doing extremely well. And in that moment, Tony changed my life, and I forgave my father in that moment, because Tony said to her, well, if you're going to blame your dad for all the bad, you better blame him for the woman you become. Because if he was any other dad, maybe you wouldn't have that husband, those children, and the business you have. So why don't you grab your phone and call your dad and say, I blame you for the woman I've become. And I know I'm digressing here for a second, but in that moment, I never knew. In that moment, we all have our stuff with our family. I forgave my father completely. And from that day, it was before that day and after that day, and I'd forgiven him most of the way. So you never know what's going to happen. I remember we were here at the office, and I do hot seats. And I love doing hot seats. I've done it with so many of you. It's fun to do in person. And this is a little while ago. And I remember this girl stands up and she said, I can do everything but my videos. I'm horrible on video. I can't do video. And I'm like, really? You can't do video? And this woman was articulate. She was so well-spoken. She knew her ideal client. She knew the problem that she solved. She knew she was going to build a coaching program. She had a life experience that I wanted to buy what she had. And she's like, I can't do video. Well, she came thinking she needed help getting better on video, because in Launch Lab, we actually film in here with you. And I remember thinking, there's more to this. There's more to this. I kept digging, and I found out that she filmed a video about 6-8 months prior, and her husband saw it, and he made fun of it. He said, you're really going to do this? Did you see that video? In passing. And deep down, she just didn't want her husband to be disappointed in her or make fun of her. And I realized we could give her all the video training in the world if that's the underlying belief. And we spent a half hour on how she should communicate with her husband. And I never talked to her again, but we got feedback. She went back to her husband and said, your word means the world to me. I love you. I need you to back me on this. I'd like you to be I can get emotional because when she told him, he felt so bad, he cried. And he said, the hell with that. I'll study everything Dean's doing and we'll do this together. And she went on to do her videos and stuff. And I say that because so many times we think, if I'm just better on video, but it's really because your husband doesn't believe you. Let's get your husband on board. Videos went through the roof, right? I mean, I could go back to so many times in my life where proximity makes the difference. Or you meet someone at lunch, right? Who ends up being a future partner or a future friend or an affiliate, or you join forces. So that's the kind of thing, as you can tell, and with this, I really want to stress, I'm not saying what you're planning on doing is wrong. What I'm saying is, let's add this to your bucket. Let's add this to your bucket and consider it, because in person, you don't have to film anything yet, right? Or even virtual, right? You don't have to film anything yet. It doesn't all have to be perfect. It's not just one-on-one, which is great. Everybody should do one-on-one coaching and learn that process, because it can be 1 to 2, 1 to 4, 1 to 20, 1 to 200, right? So you can scale it. And you don't need technology. You don't need a lot of technology, right? I mean, you could send a Venmo to pay for it, right? You could say, here's a page, let me send you an email with all the details and I'll send you my Venmo account. You can put the money in Venmo. The event is on the 22nd. Like, I'm not trying to oversimplify it, but sometimes we got to go back. You know that story with the astronauts and the cosmonauts, the pen versus pencil, right? Did you know that NASA was trying to build a pen that was pressurized to work in space with no gravity? And then the cosmonauts, they were just using a pencil. And I always remember that, right? It's like, all right, just use a pencil. Works just as good, right? And then you can figure out the pressurized pen later on down the road. The reason I want to share this today, because I want some of you to think, yeah, it is funny, isn't it, Nancy? I want some of you to think about, hey, maybe I got jammed up with overthinking technology. Maybe it's our fault. Maybe we told you to do too much technology first. If that's the case, sorry. This just might be a little day of going, what if I just took a deep breath and pulled out the pencil and decided to do an event in the next 30 or 45 days, right? So we can call it whatever we want, but let's call it a proximity product. All right, let's talk about some of the ingredients that make a good in-person or virtual workshop. We'll call it a workshop. Could be retreat, mastermind, whatever you decide to call it. But let's talk about what are some of the ingredients in that. So number one is learn and implement in real time, right? We talked about that earlier. I'm going to go through these quick because I know I go all over the place. My team makes slides. Thanks. I hope I'm on a roll today. I'm excited about sharing stuff like this, right? Learn and implement in real time. What does that mean? There's less ADD, less distractions. This is what we're doing. This is what we're getting done. We're here to hold your hand until it happens, right? And the cool part is, if you think through the biggest constraints your future client would have, I could get this done, but I could get this done if. I could get this done, but the thing that's been holding me back is, if you know those, Capiz, I hope I said your name right. You have such a beautiful smile. I see you shaking your head. If I can think about what those constraints are, and this thing we're going to do together is going to bust those constraints, isn't that when we are free? Isn't it so many times we have all the things lined up, we like the creative, we know we could teach it, but maybe it's the marketing, maybe it's the funnel, maybe it's the sales presentation that you have to do. There's that one thing, that one constraint. Well, the event or workshop you create, make sure it busts that. It overcomes that. No more excuses. They don't leave going, oh, I got to go home and fix that. No. We fixed it while we were together. Right? Make sense? Next one, guided by a proven expert. Well, you can call yourself an expert or a proven guide, or you're one step ahead, or you've already walked this path. But the truth is, you are a chapter ahead, a book ahead, 5 books ahead of your ideal client. Because in most cases, your ideal client is you of a few years ago, a few months ago, a few decades ago, right? So you're guiding them, therefore you know what they struggle with, and you keep them moving forward without the ADD, scrolling on social, talking, kids, all that stuff. We're in it. We're making it happen, and it's guided. Make sense? Already covered this one, from to-do list to done list. I think that's, I would just be talking to hear myself talk if I had talked any further on that one. We all have long to-do lists. And when sometimes you do things on your own, you know you have your to-do list, you're trying to check them off, but kind of you skip some of the ones that have been holding you back, and you do first one, third one, seventh one, ninth one, and you need 1 through 10 done. So this is a time where you execute. You leave your clients or you leave our event, we got this done. Make sense? Make sense? Next one's easy, is real-time accountability. I'm going to break it down a little bit more here in a moment, but real-time accountability just means if there is, maybe put in the chat, one constraint your ideal client has. What's one constraint your ideal client has that you think, time, lack of time, right? Time, money, time, look at that. Building a fund, kids, awareness, time, money, right? Look at that, so much time. So if time is a big problem for your people, right, which is for everybody, right, then you make sure there's a section where you bust that, where maybe you teach them how to do a not to-do list, how to have no gray in their life, meaning if it either serves the woman or the man you want to become or it doesn't, how to get them the strength to say no, to open up gaps in their calendar so they can actually implement the thing you're teaching, right? In this business, I hope I know the biggest constraints that you have, and that's our job, right? If it's building your funnel so you can collect money, if it's launching so the world can say yes, whatever that is, that's what you'd want to teach. Real-time accountability, overcoming those constraints, right? The next one is collaboration and not feeling alone or behind, right? Isn't there something pretty cool? Like, who in here feels good about being in this group with like-minded people who are taking their time on an afternoon, on a Wednesday afternoon to gain skills and capability? Don't you feel more at home here with a group like this and watching the chat light up and like they're saying the same stuff I'm saying? We speak the same language, right? There's something about that collaboration of not feeling alone. And then having somebody, there's always, listen, in every group I've ever had, there's always a couple breakout people that are a little faster than others, which is totally cool. And there's always a couple people that feel really far behind. And then there's the people in the middle. What's great about a group, especially the right heart-centered group like this, is we learn from those that are going a little faster and we pick up and pull the ones going a little slower. So by the time you're done, everybody's equal. You know that feeling? Who's ever been a part of a group where you see that happen? Right? We admire the ones going fast and we pull the ones going slow so we go across the finish line as a team. That collaboration is freaking awesome, right? Next is immediate needle movers, right? What does that mean? It just means, what can we do during that time we're together or you're together with them where they go, damn, I did this 1 hour exercise and it's done. Look at this, needle moves. I can collect money now. I can go tell my warm network to go check out my page and book an appointment now, right? Those types of things are amazing for your students, for your future clients. Okay, next, you could charge a middle tier price. Now, what I like, depending if it's a workshop or in person or a retreat, there's retreats and workshops that are anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000, right? It depends. And you might want to do your first one for free, like I said, or you might want to do one at a lower cost just to get the first one done. But middle tier to me is that $5,000 to You know, depending how deep it is, it can be 25,000, 50,000, right? We have a $250,000 mastermind, Tony and I, right? That's extreme. That's crazy, way up here, right? But because people pay for results. People always say to me sometimes, well, would they pay that much for 3 days? It's like, I always think of, if someone said, hey, you could pay $1,000 and over a year, I can get you into your ideal weight. Or pay $2,000 and I can get you to your ideal weight in 90 days. Which one would you choose? Right? When you pay for, yeah, number 2, I see you, Earl, right? Yeah, I'm like, let's get this done earlier. Like, if I said, hey, we get your first sale in 12 months, or we get your first sale in 12 weeks. Yeah, 90 days. Yeah. So I want you to have the ability to see your value. They're not paying for the time. Write that down, put it in the chat. They're not paying you for your time. Please hear me on that. They're paying for the outcome you can deliver them, the results. Look at James, hit nail on the head. They're not paying for your time, they're paying for speed. They're not paying for your time, they're paying for the outcome. They're paying not to get lost, not to make mistakes. They're paying for the fast pass. They're paying to go faster, right? Your life experience, please remember this. You've already paid and earned this value because you spent years going through it to figure out how to go faster. You work with Tony and I. If you come to one of our events, if you're a part of Mastermind Business Academy, if you come to one of our high-level masterminds, the cost of entry is to go faster. You're learning from our life experience that took us 70-plus years between the two of us to figure out, and it's the same with you. You're paying for the fast pass, right? When somebody says, I can probably figure this out over the next 10 years, or I can figure it out in a 3-day event or a 2-day event, right? I'm going to choose learning from somebody who can say, here's the map. Here's the fast path. And all of that equals, the last one is proximity, right? Proximity is well, that's how we started this conversation, right? For us, again, we have our launch lab, which is so much fun. You know, we built, oh yeah, they pulled up a picture. That's here at the Mastermind office, right in the other room. It is so much fun. I'll share this with you later. We got 2 more of these that we're doing before the end of the year. I'd love to invite anybody who'd love to come and be right in the other room, and we all work together and get things done. But I love showing you what we created, because at the end of the day, we get to forge the path. And if we get to forge the path, that means that you get to go faster. Just like you forge the path for your people, and you get to go faster, right? Who's loving this conversation on proximity? Raise your hand if you like it. Put in the chat if you, no matter whether it's 1 week from now, 1 month from now, or within 12 months, I see you, Martin, that you are going to do a proximity event. Just commit to it. Commit to the rest of this amazing group of humans. Love it, love it. Within 6 months, I will. 1 month. Oh, I love that. Hey, within a month, getting it done. Yes, yes, yes. Great. Yes, yes, going back, doing it. Proximity is power. Going to do this within 6 months. I love it. And here's the cool part. I'm going to share with you in a little bit what we do with Launch Lab. Model it. Do the same thing we're doing. We've taken a long time to figure out this stuff, right? We've taken a long time to say, how do we create something where it changes life? Right? Who in here would love to spend, just asking, who would love, if price didn't matter, who would love to come down and spend a couple days with me and the team getting things done together, right? Look at, almost every hand is up. Well, your audience feels the same way, right? Your audience feels exactly the same way. You yourself should be attending workshops, but all the reasons listed above are the reasons you got to do this. So I'm so glad to say yes, 30 days, 90 days, getting it done. So, you get to go deeper with your students in an immersive, get-it-done experience, right? And they can see the results happening lightning fast right in front of them. So I'm just going to go through some things to really anchor in. You all committed, but I also know we all commit sometimes. I've committed to not having dessert this year. And I still knock down a dessert at least twice a week. And I never had desserts, but my wife loves desserts, and she's destroyed me. Martin, I see you smile. Like, I went 50 years of barely eating desserts, well, 40-something years. I meet my wife, and she just, two things. She makes coffee smell and sound so amazing, so I drink a cup of coffee a day because of her. She's worth it. She's beautiful, and she loves me, so I'm going to model what she said. But she'll say, honey, yes, let's not do desserts. And then we'll go out, and she's like, but babe, we're on a date. I mean, we're on a date, and I mean, if we split one, and then, oh, wait, you ready? I'm sorry, I told you, squirrel. You want to hear a good one? This is my wife's best tactic. Let's just get one and we'll split it. And then the person comes over and either gives us, or sometimes they're even more troubling, and they tell you about dessert, delicate, and like the way they describe it is so good. So then my wife will say, babe, let's get two, but we'll just taste each of them. How do you like that strategy, right? Let's just get two desserts, and we can just taste a little bit each. We don't have to eat it all. And I'm just a sucker because deep down I'm like, okay, I believe it every single time. I'm just going to taste. And then we polish off both of them. And I'm like, never again until our next date. Anyway, I digressed. It didn't teach you anything in life other than being personal. Okay. With an event, you can look at your students and watch each person move forward, even if it's moving forward with the human condition. Because some of us have everything we need. Isn't that true? Some of us know we can do this. Some of us know we're meant for more. We know we can impact others. But the human condition gets in the way. Look at all that's going on, the craziness in the world. I'm not that good on camera. Can I really ask for the money? Am I really worth it? I'll pick this up next week. And then a week and a month goes by. So you can look at people in this group with you and go, no. Thea or Jeremy or Earl or Marilyn, no. We're not letting the human condition get in the way. Look at this group. We're all here supporting. We're moving forward. And it's this tribe moving forward, right? If I'm over-explaining, it's just because I love, hence we own mastermind.com. We paid $500,000 just for the damn URL. The website address, mastermind.com, cost us $500,000, right? Because masterminds, collective wisdom, being in a group, it's where the foundation of everything we do comes from. And again, I want to anchor this in. Please don't let this throw you off from what you're doing. Just let this excite you and see what's possible. And know that it's, well, you all agreed you're going to be doing it within 30, 60, 90, or maybe 120 days. Again, you could charge a higher price because of the proximity and getting things done. You could scale up from 2 people to 100 people. I know I shared that, but that's really important to understand, right? It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for them. It's a lot of fun for you. And I got to tell you, the greatest thing, I love doing, again, some of you have been to Launch Lab. What I tell everybody when we start the 2-day event, and Launch Lab is more than just our 2-day, and I'll share I'm going to share the whole breakdown later for you guys, but we do pre-event so you're ready for the event. So there's write this down for me. There's the before. So if you're going to do an event, there's the before. What do you do before the proximity event that prepares them? I'm not oversimplifying this, but most people mess it up because they make it too complicated. So what do you do before so people are completely ready to hit the ground and have great results while they're together? So think about it. If you guys are coming to Launch Lab and you know your product, you know exactly what you're doing, but you don't have your merchant account hooked up yet, and maybe you're unsure coaching or course, right? Let's just say that. And then someone else has their course done, their coaching done, but they just need to know how to launch in a bigger way. If you started the event with those different aspects, then I got to teach a little bit for Peter, who might be ahead, and maybe a little bit for Donna, who might be a little bit behind him, and then somebody's lost or somebody's bored. But if you do the before to help everybody get on the same page, right? So just think about the before the event is really just to get everybody on the same page. If you're teaching heart-centered awareness, well, get everybody ready for a heart-centered awareness strategy session. If you're teaching women how to get through menopause, what are some of the health things or setups that you want to do before they come? I'm just making stuff up. So there's the before, right? Then there's the during. That's when we're together. 2 days on Zoom, 2 days in person, 2 days at the hotel, 2 days at my office. What are we going to accomplish there? What are we to done list? What are we going to do together? While we're there, Thea, all of this is getting done. We're going to do this. We're going to film your video. We're going to edit your video. We're going to make your funnel live. We're going to get your merchant account set up, right? We're going to write your sales copy, right? We're going to write your email follow-up sequence and make it live. Like, those are the things, that's some of the things we do at launch. Those are the things that we're going to get done together. You're not leaving without that happening. So there's the before, there's the during, and then there's the after. And usually the after, don't overcomplicate it. The before is just getting them set up to have a great couple of days of implementation, right? Then Gigi can help you lay out the 2-day, 1-day, whatever your event is, right? And then the after is usually just accountability. Hey, we did this work. You still on it? Let's get it done. Send it to me. Show me your homework. Show me you went live. Show me you sent out the messages, right? Before, during, after. It's really prepare, do, action. Prepare, do, action. Frame it any way you want, but it took me 30 years of doing this to be able to explain it so easy. And on the way in, you see all the complexities. When you're on the other side, go, no. The best events I've ever done is just prepare you, do it together, make sure you do it. I know you guys are getting this. I hope you're having fun here today because I'm enjoying this. This is fun talking about, because a lot of times I fear going too deep on some of these things because if you're not quite there yet, it might be overwhelming. If you've already done it, you might be thinking, I've already done that, Dean. But this is so much fun for me to share some of the things that have made the business that I have, made Tony's business, right? Okay. So how do you create this program without a lot of complexity? I really think it's one of the easiest things that you can do. Now, I don't want to oversimplify this, as I said, but I want to give 4 buckets here. So could you pull that slide up? 4 steps to creating a winning program. Number 1, that text is really small. Choose the format and length. So, because we're just having fun, and because most all of you, the chat exploded that you're going to do this. Thank you, Hannah. I'm glad you guys are loving this. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Marcos. Thank you, everybody. But if there's 4 steps to creating, number 1 is choose the format and the length. So let's pretend. Not pretend, you all said you were going to do it. Right now, you can tweak it later. But if you had to just go gut reaction right now, what is the format and the length? Meaning, are you going to do a 2-day Zoom training? A 1-day in person? A 3-day retreat? Right? Is it going to be 3 days on Zoom, 4 hours a day? In person, 2.5 days. Ginger, that's my favorite. 2.5 days, 2 days, favorite. And the first is the half day where you could get everybody to meet and know each other, and then 2 days to freaking rock and roll. 2-day Zoom mostly, but I'd like to figure out the in-person. Great, start with Zoom. Some of you might want to do the first one in Zoom. You're going to freaking love it so much. You're going to want in proximity. In fact, when you're done with the Zoom, you can say, hey, I'm doing this in person. Would you guys like to join, right? In-person 2-hour workshop. I like that. In-person once a week. I love it. In-person and once a week. 2 days in Zoom. 2 days rock and roll. 2 days on Zoom. I love it. 2.5 days in person. 3-day training workshop. A hybrid's pretty cool, Marcos. I like that. 2 days, 2 hours a day. Love it. In person, 2 days a week for a week. And here's another thing I want to tell you. Some of you are going to think, let me shorten the time because I don't think I have enough to share. If you're really honest, who thinks that? Just gut reaction might be, maybe I don't have enough to share. About a third of you, right? Here's what I want to tell you. Don't think about that. Because when you have Gigi to help you, you can help structure breakouts, working amongst each other, homework from Gigi, action steps from Gigi, teaching points from Gigi. She can help you create this curriculum that you just go, this is easy for me to deliver. It aligns with who I am. You know, each of you should be talking to Gigi to let her know who you are and what you stand for and your ideal client. And the more she gets to know you, she'll be talking in your language back to you, even if you use ChatGPT. Gigi just knows how Tony and I think. Gigi's really the same technology as chat, except we load it in 30 years of Tony and I to give you that edge. That's not trying to be super secret of it. That's exactly what it is. Chat doesn't have all the private stuff that Tony and I have done loaded in. That's the difference, right? But either one is let Gigi or Chat help you create that curriculum, okay? Is that cool? So thank you for picking. I love that. Number 2, create your curriculum and outcomes. That's what I just went over. And I would start, if you're going to use Gigi or Chat to create your curriculum, use the thought process of outcomes first, right? Hear me on this one. I'm guilty of it still after all these years. When you want to deliver so much to people, Peter, I see you shaking your head. I know you know exactly what I'm going to say. When you want to deliver so much to people, sometimes you go, oh my God, Peter, we're going to help you do this, and we're going to help you do that, and we're going to help, yes, we're going to do that too, and yes, we're going to do that, and we're going to hook up your merchant, and we're going to launch your thing, and yes, yes, yes. And sometimes we're doing so much for people that we want to tell them all we're doing. When really we have to start is, if they come, like, if you come to this event, when we're done, you're going to leave with, what is the outcome? And I would start basing your curriculum on what you want them to achieve, what outcome, what effect, right? I start without having a program ready to sell and launch. I leave with it launched, ready to collect money, right? So tell me just one of the outcomes people would get by being at a 2-day Zoom event with you or a 2.5-day in-person event with you. What is one outcome? Now, I love clarity and motivation and connection. I love that. But what's one tangible thing? Like me saying, funnel's done, merchant account set up, autoresponders in place, you can give your friends the link to your offer, right? Just saying that's one of the outcomes. Like, wow, right? What's an outcome? Better cash management. I like that. Renewed self-love. Okay, a toolbox. Jan, just tell me what's one of the things in the toolbox that's that needle mover. Like, I got a toolbox. Sometimes you can feel like, I got a big toolbox. There's lots of tools in it. But what's actually built, right? Right? And how to solve problems, I love that. But is there a specific problem they're going to solve? Is there a specific problem-solving process that they will be able to keep for the rest of their lives, right? Calendar setup, mail automation, a funnel is done, right? Love it. How to know how to pronounce all English conversation. Love that. Love that. How to clear trapped emotions. Perfect. The next stage. I want to clarify that a little more. SOPs created. I love it. What are the SOPs on? A deeper, stronger self-image. Child confidence at school. I love that, right? A life tool for... well, thank you, Adam. You rock too. What is an SOP? I love that, Janet. It's a standing operating procedure. In business, if you do something that works and it's working really well, you want to document it on, this is our standing operating procedure. I heard an example one time when someone says, a standing operating procedure, how it's explained, is if you were making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Somebody would just say, hey, it's peanut butter and jelly on bread. But a standing operating procedure would say, hey, get out 2 slices of bread, lay them separate. You know, maybe put the jelly on one and put the peanut butter on another so they don't cross-contaminate each other, and then you put them together. Like, I know that sounds silly, but that's the standing operating procedure compared to bread, peanut butter, and jelly. What the heck? You could put the jelly on first. I've had my 5-year-old try to make one, and he put the jelly on first. You know what kind of mess that is smearing, you know, it's like he just had the process off. So that's a standing operating procedure, right? No health markers, set boundaries without guilt. Love it. So take those outcomes and use them with Gigi to start building your curriculum based on it. You start playing with Gigi about your curriculum, you're gonna freak out on how cool this is. Price your program. Okay, I'd love for you guys just to take a stab. You can play with it later. You can ask Gigi, you can ask chat, but for the program you're gonna create, what do you wanna charge? Let's put it in the chat. 6,000. 12,000. 500. 2,000, 1,500, $5,000 or 5,000 euro. I love it. $2,000, $1,000, 450, 2,000, 1,000, 3,500, 2,500, 3,000, 1,500, 3,000, 2,000. Love it. Free. Tracy, do your first one free. $1 million. James, I want to know what you're selling. I see that number. It kind of intrigues me. I love that. Forrest, make them donate a certain amount of money to your favorite charity for your first one. That is a freaking brilliant idea. Have them if you want to do your first one and not just want to get the bugs out, do your first one. They got to donate $1,000 to charity to get access, and there's only 5 seats. You get 5,000 to your favorite charity. You do it. You feel good about it. The next one, you know you can do that. So yeah, it is genius. Okay, so you're pricing your program. It is. I like that, Tootie, as well. Create a realistic goal. What are your expectations? What do you want to do? You want to do it in 90 days and you want to put 5 people in it, right? 90 days, 20 people. Don't know what your goals are, but it'd be cool to have a goal. So let me hear a little bit of what your expectations, your goals are for your 30, 90, 120 day, in 6 months event that you want to do. Or you're thinking about doing the 2-day in-person, the 1-day Zoom, the 4-hour Zoom. Let's know, what are you thinking? Impact 100 families. Love that. Love that. 10 clients. Beta launch, 10 clients. Perfect. I love the term beta launch. Get the first one done with 10 people, just so you can know exactly what you want to do. 2,000 members and yearly membership. Love that, Susanna. First event, 10 people. 50 families, 100. 100 survivors of suicide loss. I love that. 10, 20, 12, 25, 10. Love this. So good. So good. I'm having so much fun today. Like, remember, what you can create in your mind, you can hold in your hand if we decide. If we decide to. Bob Proctor used to say that all the time, right? Is if we can create it in our minds, someday we can hold it in our hands. That's what I love about entrepreneurship. It's why I love hanging out with you all. It's why I love doing things like this, because what we perceive and envision can become a reality in this world, especially when you have help and guidance and the will to keep moving forward. So now that you understand how epic a workshop could be and the psychology behind it, now it's time really quick. Let's do a crash course on how to get somebody to say yes. How do we get, I know I'm trying to cover a lot in an hour. You guys tracking with me even though I'm going fast? Is it inspiring? Getting you to see it? Awesome. And I might go 10 minutes over. You guys all right if I go 10 minutes over? Okay. Okay, so you know when it comes to sales, I say flip sales into service. If somebody can get your pre-event, during event, and after event and accomplish what they've been trying to achieve for quite some time, or overcome a problem, or go faster, or reach their goals, then you're doing them a service, because maybe they have everything they need, but it's still not working. It's like they have all the books, but they can't get it done because they need the college professor, they need accountability, or they need to be in proximity so their ADD doesn't have them flaked out and all over the place, right? So I'll always say, don't ever sell anything that you're not so proud of that you can't wait to talk about it, right? Like, oh my God, we spend these 2 days together on Zoom or in person. When you're done, no more of this, more of this. Reach your goals. It's going to get done, you know. And you might want to make a big, bold promise. If you don't achieve this when we're together, then don't pay me. Whatever you want, but you need to feel about it so good that you're like, if they say yes to this, damn, I get to shift their lives, right? You believe in your product so much that you can't wait to talk to people about it, right? And again, some of you can do the first one. I love the model of maybe the first one is donate X to charity and we'll let you in for the first 5 people or something like that. Might be a great way to do it. So here's what I'd say. If we're going fast, right? But with all the tools you have and the opportunities we have to work together, let's say you decide everything we talked about, you know what you're going to do, how many days, you know what your curriculum is, how much you're going to charge, you hit your goals. For everybody, I would say you start with your warm network, your friends, and the people they know, right? And And when you love something, sales conversations should be fun and painless and exciting. And if you get a no, who cares? You learn what not to say. And if you get a yes, you celebrate it like crazy. And then you ask them if there's anybody else that could help them, right? Anybody else that you feel you could help. I mean, I know it's been a long time for me, but I love to sell. I don't love to sell everything. I could never sell anything I don't love. But I know if it's going to change someone's life, man, I get giddy. I can't wait to get someone to say yes. And if you could just adapt just 5% of that, what I have, and build upon it, you'll realize I built these things. I can't wait for everybody I know and who they know to know about it. And I promise you, there's more people that you know so let me say, let's go here. Where to find your first yes. Let's talk about the people we know, right? People you know the best and people they know, right? Past clients, customers, students, and colleagues. Make a list. Maybe you can make a list of all these people that may want to attend what you're serving, especially if your first one's going to be donation. You don't even have to feel bad. Then you knock their socks off and you say, since I let you in for free, please, each person, could you refer 2 people, right? Social media followers and connections that you've made along the way. And then you got cool places like online groups on Facebook and Reddit and GoCollab and School. There are places where your ideal client is already in groups hanging out, talking about things that that you can help them with. So go find the Facebook groups where your ideal client hangs out and start letting people know about it and talking to them and making conversations. Between those 4, you could reach your goals with those 4. And that's why I say, just sometimes it's the pencil. We lay this out. We're going to do it on Zoom. We're going to do it in person. We could reach out to the people. They say yes. You can give them a detail. You could jump on a call with them. If they say yes, you send them your Venmo account. Like, literally, I know I'm being real pencil here when you got so many tools at your fingertips. And you're like, but what all that stuff you have offered for us, that's great, but I just want you guys I want all of you in the next 90 days to get paid for changing someone's life. If you do, everything changes. Carol, I promise you, when you see money in your bank account and an email from someone that says, thank you for doing this, Carol, there's no stopping you after that. It's just that first one for so many. I know so many people on here, I see your faces that I know are doing well. You've done more than one. Then maybe just add this, right? So I'd love for you to post in the chat, where do you think you could find your first handful of people, right? Could it be, friends, family, church groups, colleagues, like I said, social media, old clients, online groups, network? Tell me, put in the chat where you could go. Daycare moms, I love that. Friends, group, Facebook groups, my professional network, LinkedIn, sports clubs, social media, online, gym, networks, church, next door, youth groups, Immigrant Women in Business Network, love that. Facebook group, WhatsApp, next word, yoga classes, right? Social media, Instagram, Facebook. Look at all these great things, right? Sometimes we are, like I said, sometimes we have the answers, don't we? And it's just really finding the desire, the courage, the stamina to go, I'm doing this. Like, no more dabbling. I'm just doing this. And that's why, in a little bit here, I'll tell you, for those of you who are asking about Launch Lab, we have a couple more, we only have 2 more Launch Labs until the end of the year. I'm going to tell you about it in a bit and see if it's a fit. Love to meet you if it makes sense. But either way, take everything we learned today, attend and do a workshop. Don't just say it, let's do it. And we're here to help you every step of the way, okay? Now, one more thing I just want to share with you. The first couple, you might get people go, heck yes, Lois, you're doing an event? I'm coming, I'm in. Those are fun, they're easy, but then you might get a few that have some objections. I know it's one of those things like, oh, what if they say no? Well, I want to go through, I know I'm packing a lot here in an hour. I hope you're tracking with me. You guys tracking with me? I know I'm doing a lot in an hour. Okay. But I just want to go over 3 of the kind of top objections that you might get as people say, oh my God, I can't believe Alicia's doing this, so cool. And then you send an email and you talk to them and then they go, oh, I'm not sure I can afford $5,000. That's the first one. If you want to pull this up, I can't afford it, right? After all the years of doing this, listen, if somebody really can't afford it, if it's taking food off their table or they can't pay their mortgage, that's completely different. Then see what kind of free services you can give them, support them, tell them, say, hey, I'd love maybe a sponsorship program or send them a free course, something to serve those people. But a lot of times, what people are really saying is, I'm not sure if it's worth the investment. I'm afraid of spending money and not getting results. That's really, when someone could do it and they say I can't afford, it's like, anybody ever buy something at the store and you thought you liked it in the store and then you go home and you try it on and you're like, I know I'm never gonna wear this. And ever happened, is it just me? You buy it and you're like, I'm never wearing this, right? When you go back to the store, do you say, hey, I was looking in the store, I thought it was good, but I got home, the color's a little mustard, and it makes me look pale? No, you go back to the store and say, it doesn't fit, or I can't afford it, right? Like, you just want the easiest thing to just say, I don't want this anymore, right? A lot of times people say, I can't afford it because they're not sure the investment's worth it, and sometimes they're not sure if they're gonna actually achieve. So, to reframe that, let's shift the focus for a second. What's the cost of staying where you are? Think about that. If someone says, I'm not sure I can afford working with you, it's like, well, what would it cost you to stay right where you're at? How much lost opportunity are you missing? How much wasted time? How much lack of momentum? What's going to be different in your life in a year from now, 6 months from now, if we don't take massive action and get it done? Look at you, Franco. Cost of inaction. Right? That's not being a hardcore closer. Let me tell you, you can go do, it's not that. If they can't afford their rent, give them empathy, compassion, and anything that you could share with them. If it's just, you can tell alternatively, say, hey, just let me ask you, if you don't do this, what's going to change in your life in the next 6 months? What opportunities have you already missed by not taking this action? That just changes the conversation. Does that make sense? Who feels that they could be okay having that conversation, right? The next one. I need to think about it. Now, the I need to think about it. What people are really saying, I'm scared of making the wrong decision. I'm not sure I trust myself that I'll follow through. I'm not sure I see the urgency, right? That's an easy one, and that's cool that people say that, but that's really what it is. Like, am I gonna fall through again? And that's when you need to share with them that that's why we created it the way we did. There's no way you can't get done. We are doing this together. We are gonna hold you accountable. We are gonna get you to take the uncomfortable action. It's okay you haven't trusted yourself in the past. Good, trust the collective of us being together. I don't see the urgency. You don't see the urgency. How long have you been waiting to live into who you're meant to be? And how long are you going to wait? And there's no such thing as a magic wand that's going to come down and fix it. We're going to have to be bold and brave and forge new paths, but you don't have to do it alone, because we're going to be right there alongside of you, keeping you accountable to get the work done. And you guys are going to all have recordings of this. You guys can, I'm giving you permission. You can get the recording when they put it in your back office at Mastermind. You could take this, you could handwrite or transcribe what I'm sharing. You could put it into your GG or your chat account and say, rewrite this for me. How about that? Right? That's the kind of stuff you got to start thinking about. Take my words, go to GG and say, could you write this in my words? And you know, if a friend goes, I really want to do this, Samantha, I really want to do this, Anna, but you know, I've made bad decisions in the past. Great. Then you have a great answer to help encourage her forward, because you know if you leave her doing nothing, she's going to end up with the same results. Make sense? Okay. The next one is, let me ask. A lot of times people say, you know what, let me just ask my husband. Let me just ask the people around me. Let me see. What they're really saying is, I don't feel confident enough to say yes right now. or I need validation before making a big decision. And for a lot of people, a decision like this involves a spouse and a business partner. They want to know, is this worth it? Is this the right fit? I'm reading exactly what we put there. Will it actually help? So let me ask just really means maybe you just need to clarify the outcomes of what they'll get. That's why I said to you, when I said about the curriculum, what did I say? Where do you start? What do you start with? The outcomes, the results, right? If I'm talking about Launch Lab, I'm saying, hey, you go through the before, the during, and the after. You're launched. You're live. No more procrastinating. No more putting it off. Videos filmed. Funnels built. Curriculum set up. Merchant account ready to collect money, right? Those types of things are like, hey, I don't know if I can get all this done on my own. I don't know if I'd have to hire different people, different coaches, right? And we're going to do it not over a year. I'm going to do it in 8 weeks, right? So know what that is. So when they say, let me ask or let me think about it, you have the outcome of your program available. Gilbert, does that make sense? Make sense? Love the hat, mastermind hat. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay, so who's ready to handle some objections? Raise your hand if you think you could handle some objections. So I know that was quick. And we only spent an hour or a little less than an hour designing your product, understanding the psychology of this structure, and even working through the first steps to make it real. And my goal today is that I just got you thinking, got you the momentum, got you a little disturbed to say, like when we first started, I hope you were thinking, well, maybe I should do this. And then as we were going, like, maybe I gotta do this. And I hope by now you're like, damn it. You got under my skin, I'm going to do this, right? Who's had a little bit of that? Did I do my job to make it to where you're like, damn it, I think I got to do this, right? And you see the power of proximity through my lens. And who sees how powerful it is to be together with people, right? And like I said earlier, if we're talking about this with others, then it's the same with ourselves, right? If other people have those things that hold them back, maybe we do too. So we have to overcome them for ourselves so we can be better at helping others go faster. That's why I'm so excited that you guys came here today. And who's ready to get their own first sale, next sale, and consistent sales, right? Because this is how we do it. I get it. So creating something truly great isn't about knowing what to do. It's actually getting it done. I said that earlier. I wrote that quote down. I'm reading it because I wrote that earlier today. It's about execution. It's about speed. It's about getting out of your own way so you don't spend months or even years stuck on tech, stuck on copy, stuck on second guessing yourself. Because let's be real. How many of you know that if you try to do it alone, you'll move slower than what you want, right? Let's just raise our hand and be true about it. And I'm going to keep saying it. Your clients feel the same way you do, right? We don't want their ideas, their goals, their dreams to sit on their heart and don't manifest them. And that's the same thing that we don't want for you. It's why we create the Mastermind Business Academy and the Mastermind Business System. It's why we created Launch Lab. I love all the programs that we've created. And if you know, I talk about all of them because each one fits you in a different place. Mastermind Business System, the foundation for everything that you need, right? Maybe there's too much in there, but it's the foundation for everything you need. Our Mastermind Business Academy, that's to be together with our team for 6 months and our coaches to make sure you get it done. Launch Lab, well, we built that, we built our building that we're in right now. What's really funny is we built Mastermind, our office here, for a year straight. And I built it so we could do masterminds and workshops here and bring people in. I could shake hands, do it. And then a month after we got done with this building, COVID hit. And so it went from having like 100 employees to like me and 3 people in the whole building. COVID was a weird time, right? I still don't remember if COVID was like, felt like 6 months or maybe it was 3 years. I don't even know. It was like this gap of time. Nancy, you feel that way too? It's like this weird gap of time. But I love Launch Lab for its own reason. I love Launch Lab because it is proximity. You get to come to our building and we get to do things together. I talked about it earlier, but it doesn't do it justice. I I think the mid last year, I know some of you were asking about Launch Lab, so I want to tell you, and I want you to see what we created because you can model it. And for those of you that would be interested in coming here, we have 2 more events happening till the end of the year. We got some seats left, so I'll give you the opportunity just to chat with someone and see if it's a fit. Zero pressure, but if it's something you'd like to do, some of you said, we'd love to have you. We've been doing them about a year and a half, and oh my God, they're so good. Again, those of you that have come, put it in the chat. Like what I love is people come for Launch Lab. I do the opening session, and everybody's fired up, and I tell them, I promise you in 2 days from now, you're not going to want to leave. And it's so true. At the end of the 2 days, no one wants to leave. They hang out in the office because the energy's so good, the camaraderie is so good, and you got so much done. In fact, here's what I'd love to do. I'd love to play a quick video. Do you guys have a video of Launch Lab? Let's play this quick video. Nothing describes it better than a visual.
Before I came to the Mastermind headquarters, didn't know what to do.
I was questioning myself, like, is this really what I want to do?
The overwhelm, all of the swirls going on in my head, trying to figure out, which piece to put in place first.
I was looking for a solution. I knew I needed something, a community to help me and support me. And I found this. And let me tell you, it's been a game changer.
You can tell that every single person at the Mastermind headquarters is just a master at their craft. They are well informed. They are well equipped with solutions for whatever your needs are.
There's power and energy in the room that is undeniable. Once you experience that energy and the camaraderie you have with your brothers and sisters here at Mastermind, you're going to be unstoppable.
I'm excited, I feel renewed, and I feel ready to take on this mission to help others live the life that they were made to live.
With this group, I'm soaring. I love it, I love it, I love it. And the people that I'm meeting are like-minded. We encourage each other. It's really, really great.
I think we got it.
So if you're one of those who is on the fence, thinking, do I go, do I not go? Is this gonna help me, not help me? No looking back. Just pack your bags, book your tickets, and coming here is gonna make a phenomenal difference for you.
Whatever your product is, whatever you're delivering to the world, wherever your gift is, Mastermind will get you there, and it will pay back dividends that you can never even imagine.
Isn't that cool? I want to take, who'd be interested in coming down to Launch Lab, grabbing one of these seats that happen from next, again, 2 more events until the end of the year. And this is less as an offer, as I know this is going to sell out for the rest of the year. And before we send an email to the entire database of 800,000 people, if they're qualified, and there's a couple qualifications to come to Launch Lab, I figured I could teach about it, and then I could share if anybody wants to come in proximity. I mean, what is Launch Lab? Launch Lab is a high impact, my team wrote this, a high impact 8-week program that includes 2-day in-person experience at the Mastermind headquarters. It's implementation, experience, design. Really, if I was going to break it down, the before is it's 8 weeks total. The before is getting it done, going inside the hub, getting the conversations, showing you exactly, if you pull this up, the hub, you start with the hub setup calls. This means we go into the technology side and get everything set up and help you. We do some of the heavy lifting for you. Remember we talked about the before. Now, listen how I describe this, and this isn't a sales pitch. This is just an invitation. But if you share it with somebody as an invitation, remember there's the before. Well, what is our before? Make sure the technology that you're all on the same page before you show up. Anything that's keeping you stuck, we have people go in and help you get it done. The before, we do pre-lab live event coaching. So live group coaching to make sure we get everybody up to speed, to make sure that you're mastering your content creation, your video presence, your scripts, so your things are ready. So that's the before. And then there's the during. That's 2 full days here at the Mastermind headquarters. And that's where you saw all those different groups. We'll meet in the main room, and then you break out in different pockets all around the office. You break out in this room to write and film your videos, which is amazing. We edit them for you. We send them to you, all those types. You go in another room, you go with our sales department, and then you go with our marketing team. And you go in each department, again, with getting it done, not just talking about it. No more to-do lists, right? That's the during. And then the after, remember we talked about it. It's just the accountability after the fact. That means we send you your videos. We sent you everything that you learned, you were here, and then we make sure that you put it in place and you move forward. So, and if you ask, you know, what's different than this, than other trainings? God, I love the Mastermind Business System. I love the Mastermind Business Academy. Immerse yourself, do it. This is just condensing it and getting it done. For those of you that like to be in person, for those of you who like to be around like-minded people, I get the chance to meet you. Here's what I want to tell you. The good news is there's 2 more events until the end of the year. Good news is there's 55 seats left. The bad news is those 55 seats will probably go really fast. And it's really easy to see if this is a fit for you. There's no money right now. We're not asking for any money right now. The first step, if you want to pull up this slide, and if you want to, this is just easy instructions. You got to do a quick little application. That's it. It's about 6 questions. And to really fit in the Launch Lab, I'll just tell you a couple of things. You just have to know who your client is you're going after. You got to know the type of product that you're going to deliver, right? You have to have an idea on what you're going to teach. And you got to be willing to play full out. That's 4 criteria. That'll be a part of some of your questions. This is not for somebody who just came in today and go, I think I want to do this. We have so many great things for you and we want to support you. Launch Lab are those serious as saying, I know what I want to do, but I've been a little stuck. Let's go. That's what Launch Lab is. So the first thing is you'd submit a quick application. The second thing is you book a call with our team. That's one of the experts on the team to analyze the gap. Where are you? Where do you want to be? And is Launch Lab actually the thing that'll work for you, right? If it's not, that's not what we're going to suggest for you. The call is free. We've set time aside. But here's what I'd ask you is our team, you could imagine, is super busy. And we're going to get a bunch of calls. If you book a call, and I'll give you that link here in a second, and I would book it right away because these 55 seats will fill up. That's not hyperbole. It's not exaggeration. It's just true. Every one of these are sold out. We actually have one starting tomorrow, which is already sold out. We can't put another person in it, right? What I'd say is if you book a call today, I know it's free. The call is free and you'll have fun. The call is going to be a great experience all on its own. But please book it and show up because these are going to be limited. And if you book one and don't show up, somebody who tries to book one in a couple of days, it might be filled and they can't. So can I get a heck yes if you book a call that you'll show up? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And remember, they're there to see if it's a fit. And only book a call. I know I said this. If you're serious about building your business now, you hold yourself to high standards of integrity so we can get this done, and you're serious about investing in yourself and doing what needs to be done to launch and build your brand. If that's you, then here is the URL to book a call. You fill out the little application. It's 5 quick questions. Then you reserve your spot and you'll jump on a call. LaunchLabCall.com. Do me a favor. I'm going to answer some questions. I know I see a bunch of questions coming in the 3 different chats that are here. I'll answer some questions about it. But if you go answer those questions and book a call before we're off, put booked or booked a call in the chat if you do this, and I don't know, we'll come up with some kind, those that get it done before I go off the air, we'll come up with some kind of ethical bribe. We'll come up with something. We'll give you something special for doing that now for the action takers. Here's what I'm going to reaffirm. I'm going to restate this. When something's really exciting, I know there's limited space, and I'd love to meet you, and I know what we can get done. I wanted to give you the opportunity to grab one of these seats. I want you to see how we're doing it as well. If nothing else, you have this presentation. Take what I just shared, run it through Gigi, and ask Gigi to create you a presentation like I did with more clarity, right? This isn't a hardcore pitch. I'm just inviting my inner circle family members. You could turn what I did today into your offer. You could see the offer and say, instead of doing the before, I can do the same stuff. The during is going to be on Zoom, right? Well, that's cool too. You can adjust that because this is how we get it done. And why are we doing this? Because there's no better feeling in the world than successfully building and launching a product. And if you've been, no matter having all the capabilities, if it's not working for you, just like if it's not working for your students, then maybe you need an immersive breakthrough, 8 weeks to get it done. No more hesitation, right? I love working with the right group, a small group of people in person to create an experience. You're gonna meet friends you're gonna have for the rest of your life, which is an absolute fact. And 3, I know that with our help, you could do more, achieve more, go faster, right? Submitted. Adam, thank you. I think you are the first one to do it. No, there's a couple more. Can we have the dates for the event? Yes, when you go in, they'll give you the dates for the event. Submitted. Awesome. I'm going to get new friends. Done. I submitted. Done. I'm booking the call. Nice, Adam. Booked. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Booked. Where is it? Oh, that's one more thing. You have to be willing to come here in Phoenix, Arizona. We don't do this one virtual. This one is a proximity event, right? We do it here. So last event, this event, we can fit about 58 people. That's all we do. That's why there's only 55 seats left. We fit about 58 people. Last event, half were from out of the country. So I just want to commend those of you, if you're in here today and you came from out of the country to hang out with us. Amazing, amazing. Booked. This is exactly what I needed. I booked today. That's a short drive. That's what I'm talking about. Super awesomeness, beautiful. Within driving distance. That's cool, Melissa. Love to have you here. Yes, I did. Booked it. Fantastic. Booked, nice. Early, I'm booked. And here's what I want to tell you. The call you're going to have is just amazing. You're going to have a polite call to see if it's a fit. You'll appreciate the call. You should be taking notes when you're on the call too on how it's handled, where our team, our experts will serve you. If it's a fit and it makes sense, great. And if it's not, maybe there's something else that we have for you that can help you go faster and help you go quicker. If it's not Launch Lab, we'll find something for you. So booked. Thanks, Dean. I hope to join you again soon. Okay, so remember, launchlabcall.com. I don't know if we have that. If you want to put the 4 steps, it's launchlabcall.com. Maybe you could just put a lower third of that up so people have it. Love you back. Booked. So cool. All right, I'm going to go through a couple of questions that have come in. And while you guys are getting it and booking it, anytime you can go to launchlabcall.com. Okay, Carol asked if I already have started building. I think I addressed this, but I'm gonna answer because my team put these in front of me. What if I've already started building another product like a course or a coaching program? Do I stop that now to build something? No. The answer is definitely not. I wouldn't stop because momentum is momentum, and I'm not trying to give you dual focus. But everything, if you're building, I said this earlier, but if you're building modules, in your for a course, those modules could become a 1-day or a 2-day event. Just use each module as a teaching topic. And then remember, we've always taught you story, teach, tool. Gigi will help you take those modules and turn them into an hour teaching session that gives a story, teaches something, and then gets people that are coming to your event to take action. Right? That's the same strategy we're going to be here doing together, is getting it done, right? So think about story, teach, and the tool is actually implementing and doing the thing that can change your life, right? Booked. Awesome, guys. Let me see what else we had. What makes this different than MBS and MBA? The Mastermind Business System is your foundation. It's the foundational training. It's the tools that you need. I know there's a lot in there sometimes. Get that. That's Gigi. That's all those pieces. That's everything you need. Do it yourself. The Mastermind Business Academy, for those of you that are in it, amazing. Love having you a part of the Mastermind Business Academy. You got 6 months to get all these pieces done. And I wouldn't change any of that. And can you be successful with MBA? Absolutely, zero question about it. This is just a proximity event. This is condensing all of it in 8 weeks. To build it, get it done, make it happen, come in person, leave with a to-done list, put it in play, and start making sales, right? That's what this is. This is that condensed, immersive event that we talked about from the beginning. So I hope that described all of it, right? MBA and this together, amazing match. MBS, as long as you know, hear me, as long as you know what you're going to teach, who you're going to teach, and how you're going to deliver it. Those are 3 important things. Those are the foundation of being able to do this. If you're just scratching the surface and you want to book a call, there might be another thing for you to get to that point. Booked. So cool. All right. Liz asked, if I'm accepted, are there any payment options? Yes, there are. There are payment options, Liz. Absolutely. And our team will make sure you have those options. Ryan asked, I'm not great at tech. Will I be able to make this happen? Yeah, that's the greatest thing about this. We have our team go in the beginning and help you actually do the tech. If there's parts that you can't get done or you're stuck on, again, this is what I want you to hear for your own stuff. We want everybody coming here, right? You're welcome, Connie. You're welcome, Olivia. Booked. Love it. We want everybody to, when you walk through the door, we want everybody at the same starting line. If you're way back here and haven't touched your tech, and someone else has their complete funnel built, and somebody else made 3 sales, and somebody else doesn't even know what they're going to sell, man, we got there. It would be a confusing 2 days. Wouldn't you agree? And this is the same thing for you. So that's why our pre-event work, the whole job of the pre-event work is to make everybody on the same starting line. You come in, we're all on the same page. You come in, you high-five each other, you know where you are, and then we go to work for 2 days. Here's what I love. I love in the beginning when I open it up. Karen, good to see you. Good to see you. I see your beautiful smile today. I love in the beginning when I'll in my first opening session, I'll tell them what we're going to accomplish while we're together, and I see excitement and fear on everybody's face in a good way. It's like that, like, okay, it's like I don't know if anybody's been on a zip line. Did you ever go on a zip line, right? Did you ever notice, even if you're not even afraid of heights, right before you jump, your brain is saying, no, you're not going to go across a canyon, right? It's kind of that same face, like, all right, I'm going to do it. And then once you're on the zip line, it's like, and you get to the other side, you're really excited. That's how this feels on the first day. You're a little bit like, okay, I guess we're going to get all this done together. And by the time you're done, it is so magical. And I got to give props to the team. They built something really incredible. And whether you come or not, if you come, you're going to get to model what we do, plus obviously all the things you're going to accomplish. And if not, take everything I'm sharing today. Take this formula. Take this format. This is your foundation. So good. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Stephen. Let's see, what else do we have? Do I need my product 100% completed before coming? No, absolutely not. Most of you don't have it completely done. And what I'd say, though, is you do have to know what your product is. I'm going to be repetitive. What your product is, who you're going to deliver it to, how you're going to deliver it. You need to be that clear. And again, if you're not clear on any of this, you could still book a call and our team will go through it and see if there's something else that makes sense for you that we can help you get up to speed. And then Emma asked, how much individual help will I get at the event? You get all the hands-on and personal support you need. That we have a nobody left behind strategy. If you saw during that cool clip, you saw some people sitting one-on-one. They were sitting with our coaches, because sometimes there's someone in the class like, I just don't get this part. Great, pull them to the side. Let's get you ready. Let's get it done. Get you back into the class, right? Make sense? Making sense, everybody? Guys, I know I went long. It's usually an hour, but this is just a cool time. I would bet to say, this is just a cool time in history to decide to put a proximity event in your life. That whether it's you do it in 30 days, 90 days, 120 days, I would say do it, because I almost 30 years in this industry. And I'm going to tell you, in person or interactive like this on Zoom is going to be the demand we need over the next 5 years, with the world pulling us apart, with us getting sucked down rabbit holes of AI, with social media, with politics pushing us apart. People are dying to come back together. They're dying to be in a room with like-minded people. They're dying to have breakthroughs. They're dying to meet people like them that aren't going to settle, that they're going to take uncomfortable action. And I'm just telling you, every single one of you should have this on your radar. Do the first one for free. Do the first one for charity. See what it's like to put people together, change their life, get paid, or help a charity. And I promise this will be something you do forever. Remember the pencil versus the pen. And for all of you amazing people who booked a call, can't wait to meet you here in person, to see if it's a fit. Either way, I love this family. I appreciate you all. I had a blast sharing this today. The love and the support that I get back in this group is just, it lights me up. It makes it all worth it. So either way, I hope I meet you at a launch lab, or I meet you someplace, or meet you at one of our events. We're going to be doing a couple live events this year, so hope I get to see you. Live into your full potential. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll make sure everybody who writes book, let's leave this open for the next 10 minutes. And anybody who writes booked in the next 10 minutes, let's get something cool. It'll be in your email inbox by tomorrow. A little way of saying thanks for being an action taker. We'll see you next time. See you guys.
Feel the music on the stereo. As we let the rhythm take control, we're gonna dance like we don't care. Keep on popping bottles like we're millionaires. Yeah, we're just getting started, living for the weekend. Shame on me, I'm a fool for the melody. I don't wanna stop right now. All I need is a drum with a heavy beat. Hit me with that future sound. It's time to let go. We're not going home. This feeling I can't live without. So shame on me, I'm a fool for the melody. This is our party, and this is where the beat goes down. Let's make this night unforgettable. Making memories we won't recall. One more song is never enough. We ain't gonna stop when the sun comes up. Put the night on replay, 'cause we never wanna lose this rush. Oh no. Shame on me, I'm a fool for the melody. I don't wanna stop right now. All I need is a drum with a heavy beat. Hit me with that future sound. It's time to let go. We're not going home. This feeling I can't live without. So shame on me, I'm a fool for the melody. This is our party, and this is where the beat goes down. This is where the beat goes down. This is where the beat goes. This is where the beat goes. It's getting closer to midnight. I try to get closer to you. Drinking courage from my red cup now. I will soon make a move. Ooh, I can taste it. The bittersweetness of taking a shot. A risk we're taking. If it's a shot of love, baby, I adore you. Maybe I adore you. Yeah, I'm feeling high and high. I'm up on cloud nine. Baby, I adore you. adore you. Trying my best